Alright, hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy IV. Okay. Oop. Underground passageways, underground waterways. Like a lot of these old RPGs, the name that shows up on screen depends on what version of the game you're playing, as they always seem to have some obsession with changing names. Surprisingly, except for like Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 HD 2D. Surprisingly, most of the original names are kept intact on those remakes. I'm not surprised. I'm completely, utterly shocked, as I don't recall a single solitary name of a person, place, magic spell, enemy, that's been changed for those remasters, remakes. Again, I'm not just surprised, I'm fucking shocked. They actually do know how to remake games without changing the names for everything. It's a video game designing miracle. Now if they could just keep doing that. Anyways. And what am I doing? Why am I fighting these battles the hard way? Actually, there is one thing I wanted to... most people that have played this game already know this by now, but something I keep forgetting about. An option with these two. Yeah. Twin here. Twin attack. I forget what it's called in the remake. That too can be very useful, as long as both of the kids are alive and have enough MP to do it. I keep forgetting about that, especially once Palom gets the virus/bio spell. Anyways, I don't care about treasure chests. Dang it. Again, why couldn't that work backwards? Like that boss in Final Fantasy VII. Wave goes the other way, does more damage to him, does almost 4 times more damage to him than it does to us. Like that boss in Final Fantasy VII. I forget its name, but yeah. Yeah, might as well, since they're right there on screen. It's not like I'm having to go halfway around the world or some obscure corner of the floor to find them. They're right there. Yeah, he has that too. Except for he's only going to be able to use it 4 times. With his whopping 90 MP. Yay! Seriously, I don't know what developer thought that was a good idea. I mean, fine when you first meet him, way back when, but the fact that his MP never raises with experience level ups like any other mage does. What developer thought that was a good idea? Should have been bitch slapped. And that is why I don't bother going out of my way for every treasure chest. Those are just right here, you know. Might as well get them as long as I'm practically passing right by them. Now, if they were on some obscure corner of the world, of the screen where I would have had to fight like 10 battles just to get there and another 10 battles back here again, I probably wouldn't have bothered, given the triviality of what those items were and how I can easily just buy them in a shop almost anywhere on the map, outside, in any town. Is exactly why I don't bother going out of my way to 100% any of these games anymore. Treasure chest content is just not worth it. Only if it's either within sight from where I currently am, or if I'm grinding already and want the extra battles. You know, otherwise forget it. I ain't going out of my way for some stupid treasure chest. If it has some useful weapon, well, I guess I miss it then. I'm already over leveled most of the time anyway and don't need it. Most of the time. I mean, again, the old adage, there's an exception for every rule comes into mind, and there are exceptions to even that. Like the first Dragon Quest game, and Erdrick's sword. Definitely out of the way in the final dungeon of that game. But that's, you know, the strongest weapon in the game, not just merely some frickin' item shop item. But to be honest, the last couple times I played the game, at least the mobile phone port version of it, I never bothered getting it. You know, by the time I get to that point, I'm already at max levels anyway. What do I, you know, the flame sword you buy for $9,800 at Cantlin is good enough. I don't need the extra few, you know. I don't get it in the HD 2D remaster of the game because it's not the best item, not the best weapon in that game, so there's no need to bother going to get it. You already have something better by the time you get that far. So, yeah. At least I think so. Anyways, where the hell am I going? Pay attention. Actually, let's see. I think there was a... Okay, I guess not. I thought there was a path down this way, too. Okay, he still has 238. Wait a minute, 238? What? Shouldn't that either be 228 or 248? Okay. How's he 70 MP off max? But the only spell of him I've used is Virus, which takes 20. Is there something wrong with the calculator in this game? 20. 20 means 40. Another 20, 60. Another 20, 80. Should be 208 or 228. How did it get down? What? This is did one of the enemies have that magic MP stealing attack that I missed because I was talking? Which is totally possible. Anyway, whatever. The game doesn't know its basic mathematics. Fine. It is a dumbed down game, or so most people will say. Or let me rephrase that. A dumbed down version of the game. Granted, I don't know personally if I agree with that. I mean, yeah, it's easy as hell now since I'm over leveled. But on my first playthrough of the game back in the day, where I was anything but over leveled, running from everything that the game would allow me to run from, and easy my ass. That's why I ended up hating the game so strongly for so long. The game was anything but easy because of how underleveled I was. And rather than blame myself for not taking the adequate time to grind, I refused to touch this game again. And didn't for another, 25, 30 years? I mean, I did briefly try playing it, like I said in a few videos ago. I did briefly try playing it when the Game Boy Advance remake came out, but I just couldn't get into it. It was like, oh God, it's this game again. I could be doing much better things than doing this. I could be sleeping right now. I could be going to the bathroom right now. Why am I playing this game? Yeah, still had that attitude yet. Just couldn't get into the game, so. But, the Pixel remasters, at least on Switch eShop, pretty much all 6 of them together, 1 through 6. It got to the point where I'd already played the Pixel remasters of 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. The only one left was this game. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Let's try this game again. And by then I had gone through a similar experience with Dragon Warrior 2, NES, running from everything, getting to later areas under-leveled, hating the game for it for decades to come, even making several bad jokes about how much I disliked that game in early videos for this channel. Yeah. So. And if I could walk a straight line, we could be out of here faster. So yeah, suffice to say, if it wasn't for the Pixel remaster of this game, I'm not playing this game. I'm too busy insulting it and laughing at its existence. Well, theoretically speaking, laughing at it. If not for the Pixel remaster of this game, I go on talking about how the only good thing about it was its soundtrack. Like I did for so long in the early days of this channel. Almost to the point of it being a running gag like Toilet Princess and everybody's favorite character Shitna. Which I still stand by. I mean, again, to be fair, if Nintendo ever re-releases or ports Twilight Princess, I might. But then again, it would probably be $60, and fuck that, I'm not paying. I wouldn't pay $6 for that game, so yeah, there is that. Screw you, Nintendo. If you think I paid any more than $10 for that game, you're crazier than. Insert your own analogy of craziness here, but we're talking about Toilet Princess. 60 cents for that game is too much, but. I mean, it's not like it's Zelda 2 or something good. It's Toilet Princess. Shitna. Linear ass, buggy until you scream, companion character, boring. What had become typical Zelda in those days, in the days before Breath of the Wild, Breath of Fresh Air, bringing the series back to its open world roots. Anyways, now where the hell am I? What? This is why I hate shit like this. Now I can't even see where I am. How am I supposed to get out of here? Seriously, game, where the hell am I on this crap? God damn it, I hate when they do this shit in any game. That's better. Invisible past my ass. Stop being cheap graphically. At least have some indicator as to where I am. Cheap bastards. Anyways. Okay. Can't. Save game. Because if I'm remembering correctly, I'm not far away from the end goal here. And potential spoiler alert for those who haven't played this game before. Not too long, not too far ahead. If I am where I'm thinking I am, not too far ahead, there's going to be not one but two boss battles, practically consecutively, with no chance to heal up or save my game in between. I hate when games do that, but other than whine and complain, what can you do? It is what sadistic developers made it. Actually, I better save those since he has so little MP to begin with. Really, Tella? You really are useless. I mean, I suppose to be fair, you know, that's typical mage in RPG games. Like Eileen or whatever the princess of Moonbrook in Dragon Quest II ends up being in your playthrough. Well, in the NES version, it was totally random. I think it was based on the name you gave your hero character as to what the Prince of Canuck and the Princess of Moonbrook's name would be. In later remakes, they gave you the option of changing their names to whatever you wanted them to be, which is great, but like the Princess of Moonbrook in Dragon Quest II. Very, very weak physical attack. At least until late game. And even then, in the NES original, her attack power never does really increase much, even with that lightning staff you can get from Middenhall Castle basement. Still. Yeah. So yeah, to be fair, point being, to be fair, Tella is basically just the average mage in an RPG. Weak physical attack, strong magical attack, if you have enough MP to support it. Which again is my main gripe against Tella, because he does not. 90 MP that never increases. Whatever dev thought that was acceptable should have had his ass kicked. Oh, you can actually do that. Okay, I don't remember being able to do that in this version of the game. Of course, I haven't played this version of the game in 34 years. Since some point in 1992. We're in the moat. Wait a minute. We're in water. Since when, game? We couldn't even cross little rivers like this. Now all of a sudden we're... I have issues with this. It's called... No, never mind. What good does it do to... It's called consistency. If I can't swim or even step into the water anywhere else, I should be able to here either. And there I go again, making those AVGN, or at least trying to make, when I don't even have a webcam, so nobody's seeing them anyways. Oh, what am I? Again, if I'd quit going the wrong way, like a moron. All right, here we go. One more step, I think, and story time. 1395, 1071, 1070. All right, everybody's pretty much, well, okay. Alrighty. Like I was saying, one more step and... Oh, really? Oh, hello there. Why should we trust him? If you were paying attention to dialogue, he was the one that at first accused us because we had a slight question about why we're taking the crystal from innocent people that, tried to turn the king against us back at the start of the game. I mean, granted, I wasn't really paying attention to the dialogue of this specific version and how much that might have been changed, aka censored, but, versus other remakes. Anyways, why are we suddenly trusting him? Yeah, see, the kids aren't fooled. The kids are smarter than the rest of us. Of course, the question of his acting has gone through several different interpretations and translations, and but yeah, frick, there's even a fan game out there where that line about Baigan's acting brings up William Shatner. Like, really? I mean, yeah, William isn't exactly the best actor per se, but Star Trek, I mean, come on, that's one of the legendary TV series of all time. Fuck you. Anyways, shoot, I forgot he could do that. How I managed to forget that so soon, I'll never know. It wasn't that long ago that I played the Pixel Remake. It was just, well, actually late last month that I played through this game in the Pixel Remaster version. Alright, for now, forget the arms. Go after the main body. Alright, does that count as magic attack? Is the wall spell going to just send that bouncing back at us? Well, that really helps. Okay, good. It doesn't. It does go get through the wall, I meant. Good. But there's still that. Okay, fine. Where is it? Well, why not? Fuck it. Okay. Man, on my first playthrough, that fight took forever. So many times, I'd throw the controller to the ground and walk away from the game for a day or two. And I was playing this version of the game, if I might add. So again, when somebody calls this game easy, I have to roll over laughing. It certainly wasn't easy for me on my first playthrough. Again, of course, granted, I was drastically, caps lock that word, drastically underleveled from having fought very, very few random battles along the way. 'Twas my way of playing RPGs back then. Until early 1992, as I've said before, in a replay of the NES original Final Fantasy I, getting to the ice cave, and suddenly remembering my first playthrough of that dungeon, like, oh, no, I'm not going through that again, screw that. I'm grinding this time. And ever since, yeah, wink, wink, like you see now, over-leveled all the way. Sure, random battles may be annoyingly tedious, but god dang, the extra experience levels definitely help. Yeah, anyways, again, I just remember that battle taking for frickin' ever on my first playthrough. Of course, the other reason is I kept trying to destroy the arms and then go after the, and being underleveled and not having the adequate items, you weren't doing as much damage, so it took longer to defeat. Yeah. And he'd always bring them back. I'd be like, would you stop doing that? Then he'd use the wall spell, and yeah. Anyways, long story short, again, that battle just took much longer than that on my first playthrough of this version of the game. Easy, my foot. Yeah, easy if you know what you're doing, I suppose, but... Anyways. Okay, so you do have a chance to heal up between battles. I stand corrected there. We can't... I mean, I suppose if I wanted to go all the way back to the last save room in that cave and save my game there like I did before coming out here, yes, you could do that. But otherwise, yeah, there is no save point moving forward from here. Which is another thing I hated about this, because if you say you beat Baigan, however the hell you're supposed to pronounce his name, and then die against the next boss, guess what? You get to go through fighting both of them again. Yay! I'm telling you, I grew to hate this game, and this is a major part of that reason. And again, when in reality I should have been hating the person holding the controller and running from all those battles, making it harder than it needs to be, not the game itself. The game is easy as long as you're adequately leveled, or over-leveled in my case now, but... Okay, so not quite 50, 48. Of course, it's probably some random number that's different every time, and I can't test that now because I only have 2 MP left, and whatever it is, it's going to be more than that, so... Yeah, I restored 48 MP that time. Anyways... Actually... I'm going to end it here, as we're almost to the half-hour mark anyways. And besides, moving forward is not only going to trigger another boss battle, but some lengthy dialogue, well, lengthy by early 90s standards of Super Nintendo video games, lengthy. So, yeah. Could probably almost make it an entire video from not only the next boss battle, but all of the scenes that happen afterwards. So, I think I'll do just that. As always, thanks for watching. And by the way, actually, never mind. For those who like Twilight Princess, ignore my commentary. I wish I could say I share your enjoyment of that game, but yeah. Just another linear Zelda game with an annoying companion character. Yay. I could be sleeping. Why am I playing this game? I could be playing Zelda 2. Why am I playing this game? At least Zelda 2 didn't have companion characters. Granted, it was kind of linear, yes, but at least you didn't have companion characters following you everywhere. Anyways, yeah, if you like the game, then to each their own, you know. I don't expect people to agree with my opinions all the time, or at all for that matter. You have the right to yours. If you like any, not just Twilight Princess, but any game that I diss, you know, your right to your opinions, dudes. If we all like the same games and all like the same movies, you know, bringing all of entertainment into play here and get a little repetitive. Yeah. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.